Is it the beginning or the end? I will leave up to you to decide. A very good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Now for a few minutes, I would like all of you to just be with me in this moment and just imagine a scenario. Imagine, I know today's theme is very different and my topic will be very different for it. And just imagine a scenario that you are going to a place and that place is a funeral. Funeral of a loved one. Just imagine the scenario in which you are driving to that funeral and you just drove the car, you went on the place, now you are about to enter the meeting, the funeral. When you are entering the funeral, you see all the loved one, all your family, all your friends. Then you just go inside and see, go to the room where the funeral is happening. Now you go to the picture to see the picture, whose funeral is it. When you see the picture, you come face to face with yourself. It is your funeral 3 years from now. So now all of the audience, I want to imagine this for a few seconds. Now when you are sitting near the funeral, you are just observing and you are looking at the agenda for the day. So there will be 3 people who will be telling or sharing the memories about you. Now just each of one imagine, let's imagine the first person. Let's imagine a name, first person in one of our family, from our family, who is very close to our heart. Let's imagine that one person and what that one person will say about us. Any one good characteristics that they want to share to the people. Now the second person. The second person could be any one of your friends. Who do you think will be very close to you? Now coming to the third person. The third person can be from your work or your professional life or your mentor or your colleague, anyone. Once we choose this, let's imagine a scenario. Let's see what they will tell about themselves. So it could be anything. The characteristics we want them to be in ourselves, the dreams that we want them to see us accomplished. Has anyone written anything that would anyone like to share? If I ask Shay, so let me share what I did. When I did this activity around 1 year back, I wrote around 3 people's names. And the fun fact is, 2 of them is currently present in the room. So around 1 year back, I wrote first person's name, she was my mother. And the characteristics I wrote, which I want her to remember or to say about me was, he's helping in nature, he helped me do the chores of the house, he's very joyful and celebrate every occasion. The second person is one of my very dear friend who is also today our guest at TMND, Avi. So I would want him to say he's always very helpful, cheerful and encouraging. And the third person is one of my old mentor who I used to work with, is Jyoti. And I wanted her to say that he has very disciplined, he has a great vision and he's very hardworking. So the reason of this activity was, when I first did this activity, I realized that when we begin with the end in our mind, we do our daily work, we may not get distracted from our main mission of our life. So when we talk about death, death is a word which is very taboo in most of the societies and many cultures. And many people think when we don't talk about death, then it will not occur to us, right? So don't take me by just words. If you talk about all the people, there are many types of people who just waste their time in most of the sleeping and worrying about the things that don't matter, right? We think that we have all the time in this world, but actually we don't. So if we talk about the example in our scriptures or what our ancestors used to say, like death is a cycle which cannot be avoided. Birth happens, death happens,